Hey guys, I hope you're doing well and welcome back to another tutorial. So this one is about how you can make things rotate based on the position of your player. Here, as you can see, I have this press E text here, and the rotation is set based on the position of my first person character. In this one, there is no rotation for the icon, and depending on your project, you can set this up. So let's jump right in and see how it's done real quick. By the way, if you're interested in learning how to make a complete first-person zombie shooter game in Unreal Engine 5 using blueprints, check out my new course. In this course, you will start with the basics of Unreal Engine and blueprints. Then you will learn the animation framework in Unreal. Next, we'll create all the animations we need using control rigs, and finally, you will put everything together and build a fully functional game. It includes 7 weapons, a HUD, win and lose conditions, ammo pickups, enemy AI, and a wave-based game mode. Check out the link in the description. Alright, here let's create a blueprint, create an actor, and let's name it BP Interactable. Then open it up, and first let's add a static mesh. So add a static mesh component, and then for this let's go with gaming console. Compile, and now let's drag it into the level. Now I want to add a press E text on top of this static mesh. So here add a text, then let's put it here, and now let's set the alignment on center, so when we rotate it, it rotates around this area here. Put it here, and then change the text to press E. Let's also make it a child to the static mesh, so it is connected to this, and now we have the press E icon here. Now we want to make it rotate. So here, let's go to our event graph and see what we can do. Here we don't need these, so let's delete them, and we are going to use the event tick. So here we are going to set the world rotation of the text on our event tick. So here set world rotation for the text render. If for some reason the target is wrong, you can just drag and drop the component and plug it in. Now on every tick, this world rotation will set the rotation of our text based on these values. So now we need to calculate the values. There is a very cool function in Unreal called find look at rotation. And using this, we are able to use 2 locations, and based on this function will calculate the rotation we need. So the start position is basically the start location of our text render. So grab this, get the world location and plug it in. And for the target, we need to access our first person character. So here we can cast to our first person character and store a reference to it. So here let's add an event begin play, then cast to your first person character. If you're using a simple first person template, you can cast to your first person character, but here in this project I am using my own character, which is called BP my first person. So that's it. And next, for the object, you need to get the player character, and now we are able to grab a reference to our first person character. So here I'm going to promote this to a variable, and here the name is as BP first person. We can keep it like this. And now if we use this reference and then get actor location, we have the value we need for this target here. Keep in mind that for this you need to use get actor location. If you use get world location, you need to define one of the components of the first person character as your target. So if you use this, you need to also define the target for your function here. So now let's plug this in, compile. And now here, as you can see, the press E icon is facing the player. Another thing we can do is to disable the pitch so it doesn't rotate like this when you go near the object. So here, instead of using all of the values, I'm going to split this pin, split this as well, and only use roll and yaw. And I'm not going to use the pitch value here. Now if I compile and play, you can see there is no pitch anymore and it looks more natural and better. Great. And finally, we can add a visibility system to the icon. So when you get near, it gets visible, and when you go far away, it gets invisible. So here, instead of casting on event begin play, we are going to use a sphere collision here. Then select the sphere, make it bigger, for example, like this. And here we want to cast to our character when we overlap with this sphere here. So here, let's delete these. Also delete this. Then here I'm going to right click on my sphere collision, add event on component begin overlap. Then I'm going to again cast to BP my first person. And now for the object, we already have a reference using this on component begin overlap. So you don't need to get character, you just need to plug in other actor. And after we cast, we need to set the visibility of our text. So by default, we need to make this invisible. So select it here, set the visibility on false. Then on event graph, grab this, set visibility and make it visible. Then on component end overlap, we need to repeat this. So duplicate, plug this in. And this time we need to set the visibility on false. So when you go out, it gets invisible again. And also don't forget to keep the reference when you cast. So here for this we need a reference to the first person character. So here after we cast, we need to promote this to a variable and keep the reference. So for this we have a target. Compile, and now we can play. And here, as you can see, when I go near, it pops up, and when I go far away, it gets invisible. Here you may see these errors here, and this is because using this variable here for referencing our first person character, but before we overlap with the sphere, there is no cast and there is nothing stored in this variable, so it's basically is invalid. Here we need to check if this is valid and only apply this function when the reference is valid. So here just drag off a wire, search for is valid, and here in this macro we are able to check the validity of our variable. So here just plug this in and only call this function when this is valid. So when we start the game, there is nothing here, it's invalid, so nothing will happen. But when we store something here, this will work and this will take place. So now there will not be any error in your message logs. And yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it and learned something new, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Peace out.